All right, so if you would like to participate in this demo, you can go ahead and give me a little watch now. I'll pin my screen. If not, I am recording it for later viewings. And yeah, also I'm sure you can find it on Pinterest or something, but I will record it. And I wanted to showcase how to create this card and also how beautiful this new line that I'm working on is. I'm super happy with it so far. I've designed the papers for it, the ephemera for it, the sticker for it, and 2 12 by 12 frames so far. But there still will be some stencils and some titles and maybe a few other things. But it's going to be so pretty, and it'll be for sale in October. So I am going to teach you how to make this card that I have embellished with my new line, and you can embellish with whatever you have at home. So the first thing that you need to do is take a 6 by 12 sheet of cardstock. I have chosen white. I just find it's a very nice base color for a card. And you're going to fold it in half so that you have a 6 by 6 square. So 6 by 12 sheet of paper, fold it in half so that you have a 6 by 6 square. Once you have folded that in half, you are going to take a ruler or your trimmer, and on the open end, so where the card opens, not on the folded side, on the open side, opposite of the fold, you are going to measure on the top, which at this point it doesn't matter, but pick a side to be the top of your card, and you're going to measure in 3 inches, and you're going to put a little dot. So that's right in the center of the card, and right down at the very bottom. And I'm just going to draw a little dot there. So that's 3 inches in from the left and 3 inches in from the right. Just a little dot I drew there with my pen. And then you are going to take your trimmer or your X-Acto knife or however you like to cut, and you're going to cut a line from that dot up to the top right corner, and you're going to cut a line from that dot all the way up to the left corner. You'll have to unfold your card if you're putting it into your trimmer. Well, I guess also for your X-Acto knife, because you only want to cut the top layer. You're not cutting both layers. You're only cutting the top layer. Once you've done that, you will be left with a funny looking base card and 2 other little triangles. You can then just set those off to the side just for a minute, and we're going to quickly take our front pattern paper, so the sheet of pattern paper that you want to be on the front here. You're going to cut a square that is 5 3/4 of an inch by 5 3/4 of an inch. I've already done so. And same thing, it's a square, so it doesn't matter at all which side you pick, but pick one side to measure in to the center, which is a little bit of a trickier number with a 5 3/4 inch square than it was with a 6 inch square, but you're going to measure to 2 7/8 of an inch. And you're going to draw a little dot at 2 7/8 of an inch. So now I have a little dot again down in the very center on one side of my square. And then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and blade or my trimmer, and I'm going to cut from that dot a straight line up to the top right corner, and from that dot a straight line up to the left corner. Which again is going to leave you with 3 little triangles. And these triangles should nicely match these triangles. just be a little bit smaller, which will give you that white frame around each of them. So when you line them up, they'll sit like that. There just will be that little bit of white space around every edge, and you can glue them each down. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then once you have done that, you will take these two little triangles that you have layered together, and like this would have been originally how they would have fit onto the card. You're gonna flip it. How do you do that again? You're gonna just kind of tilt it in like this. So it originally would have sat like this, and you're gonna tilt it in on an angle like that until sort of each point meets up with like the outer edge of the card. Like so. And you will glue it only to the top layer. So you'll then take this and put adhesive and glue it down, not to this layer, just to this top layer. Just like that. Then you will take the other side, which would have matched up perfectly like that, and you'll do the same thing. You're going to just tilt it in, crisscross it over, and line it up so that all the little points are touching the outer edge of the card again. And same thing, you're only going to glue it to this top layer, so you won't be putting any adhesive on this part of your paper, just only on this top bit. And that's how easy that is. Super simple. And then for the inside, you're going to take again a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 inch square, which is the same size we cut this front one down to. 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And that just gives you that nice little white border all the way around. You can glue it to the inside, and that is the base of your card. I then went ahead and took my wonderful ephemera, which is so easy for embellishing.